What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Big D here. It's time to review the latest Adam Sandler movie. Oh my god. I can't believe I said it. Adam Sandler movie together? No. Seriously, the latest Adam Sandler movie, which stars Peter Dinklage, co-star Peter Dinklage, Kevin James. I saw Kevin James live actually 3 months ago when he was here in town. He was doing a stand-up, he was doing a tour, and we were one of the lucky people. I saw Kevin James in person, and yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, Josh Gad. We also have Josh Gad. So you have your Game of Thrones fans coming. You have the comedians fans coming. You have your Kevin James, Paul Blart fans coming. And you have Adam Sandler, whoever follows him, them coming. And then you have Michelle Monaghan, which I don't know much about her, but she's hey, okay in my book. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is directed by Chris Columbus, and it is if you're a video game fan, then you know more about this movie than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a movie about saving the world from video game characters from the 80s, like we're talking about Pac-Man, Centipede, Donkey Kong, and much, 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 much more from, unknown alien invaders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my non-spoiler review for Pixels. What's going on, everyone? Hope all of you are having a great weekend, man. We only have 1 month left if you go back to school, or if you don't go, I mean, you got free time 1 month until you get back to college and all that. I'm also reviewing Southpaw very soon this weekend, so stay tuned for Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, Pixels, let's get right to it. I'm only going to tell you my pros and cons and final score, tell you whether this is worth watching or not, whether it's worth going to see in theaters or just waiting on DVD or never even seen it, just miss out on it completely. So I'm going to get started with the pros first, just to keep you guys interested. Pros, I got to tell you something. The effects in this episode the effects in this movie are really great. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this in 3D, and the effects, they didn't look crappy. At least from my standpoint, where I was sitting, they looked good. They looked great. They nothing of it, like you see Age of Extinction. At some points of the movie, you could be like, that's stupid effects. They look so, like, you could tell, oh, you know it's computer generated, I know it's not real, but when watching a movie, it takes you out of the movie when it looks fake and really fakeish, like low budget there at that time. It looks like Sony put a lot of money into this project where, the effects looked very well done. All of them looked rendered well. They didn't look, sure, there's like Pac-Man was probably the hardest one out of all of them to get it done right, but other than that, the Centipede battle and everything, all that, the effects were great in that standpoint. The action in this, the action was very well entertaining. Now, it's boring if you see this movie alone. You have friends around with you who actually play video games and actually love, you appreciate Pac-Man, you appreciate all the 80s and 70s video games. You don't hate on them, you actually enjoy them and you actually love them, and I understand those were the video games before Halo and Call of Duty, man. Those are video games? What? No. What is Centipede? Oh man, if you don't know what Centipede is or any of that, get out. Seriously, those are the classics, baby. So the action in here is very well fun, and the way they film it and everything, it's cool because it's an actual real life video game happening there, and you're shooting boom 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 with centipedes and everything, and you're jumping barrels. The action is really fun and entertaining when you're watching it. That's not the problem in this movie. It's funny. The cast, Kevin James makes me laugh. Now, he's not the comedian he used to be. Adam Sandler actually made me laugh. Adam Sandler's not the problem in this movie. Now, he does get annoyed every now and then where he does become Adam Sandler, like, whoa, what am I, like that whole Adam Sandler thing. And Kevin James, yes, he does go back to that, where they yell all the time and they get angry. They go to that. But Josh Gad and the cast, I'm talking about Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage's character is on the verge of, like, oh my god, that's really bad. But it doesn't hurt Peter Dinklage's career anywhere, like, oh man, well, I'm not going to see him again. No. In Game of Thrones, he's amazing. Peter Dinklage always does play a character where he's kind of like a douchiest type of cheating bastard, but yet, hey, you get a job, you get your money, wouldn't you do the same thing? So, the cast is not the problem. I definitely enjoyed the cast. I think it was great. Well, choosing, you never think you would actually have Josh Gad, Peter Dinklage, Adam Sandler, and Kevin James in a movie together. That is really, really, really awesome. And it's funny. Now, the whole movie's not, like, funny, but I would say 75% funny at most. That's what I would say. It's about that funny. Where The rest of it is slow. We'll get to my cons in a little bit, but again, it is funny. The directing in here, actually, the directing and the angles and everything, it looks really smooth. You know, it looks clear, and it's hard to talk about directing. But Chris Columbus, I think he directed it well, because you are directing something that's not there. You're directing just okay. Cut. You have to imagine this is going on, that's going on, and actually, I think the directing was very well done on what happened, who went where, who did that, and what characters get to do what. So I do think it's a little bit unfair. I'll get to the cons where I think Peter Dinklage and them should have had a little bit more to do, because it's mostly Adam Sandler and Josh Gad and Kevin James that do most of the work. The ending. I enjoy the ending. I'm not going to say much about it, but the ending will make you smile and be like, wow, that's a typical cliched ending, but yet, what happened to one of the characters? Adam Sandler, not bad. He's not the greatest, and I'm not a huge fan of Adam Sandler. He used to be good, you know, in the whole 90s and early 2000s, that was when, yes, he's been crappy movies throughout the years, but this one, it's not the most crappiest movie of Adam Sandler's. He actually made me laugh, and I was actually like, wow, he's not that bad in here. You know, he's not, oh my gosh, the worst thing ever. Now, it is typical Adam Sandler in the movie, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't go through, I'm going to walk out. No, you're not going to walk out, trust me. Kubrick. One of the most cutest things. If you have kids, definitely take your kids for this one, because Kubrick is going to be like, you know, like, oh, pew, 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 it's so cute. It's fictional characters. Really, seriously, you'll love it. You'll love Kubrick. And of course, if you're a gamer, you'll know the game references, and it's a good homage to gamers. And the music. Let me tell you, 80s music, we're talking about Cheap Trick and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. All that. The music is perfect for this, and I love the soundtrack. I wouldn't mind getting the soundtrack, but I already have all those albums just from the artists themselves. Now, that's the pros, onto the cons. There are a lot of slow moments, and by slow moments, I mean, it just came off a action-packed scene, like boom, 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 and then there's like a 9 or 10 minute slow scene where it drags on, and you're just like, where's... And then, yeah, there's a few, funny scenes between that 9 minutes, but it drags on where it's like, hurry up, get to the action, get to something that we're interested in. We don't want to care about you eating cake and being caught on camera. You know, what? Little thing there. The middle, if you cut this film into 3 pieces, the beginning, middle, and end, the middle is the most slowest part, and it's the probably most boring part. Yeah, there's a few things that intrigue me, but other than that, the middle is where you're going to be like, okay, this is getting too much out of hand. Also, Kevin James is the president in the movie. If you didn't know that, that's in the trailer. He is the president in the movie. Do you buy for a second that Kevin James could actually be the president, his character? I don't think he would actually be qualified to be president. He's not very president-like. Sure, he wears a suit and walks in like that. Oh, yeah, no. He's not really the best president when you think about it. Once you watch the movie, you're like, did that really make sense to put him as a president? That did not make sense whatsoever. You don't buy it for a second, really. Also, who is behind the alien attack? We never learn who is. And I'm sorry, that's not a big spoiler, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We don't get to see the mastermind behind the attack. Who is attacking them? It's just a bunch of video game aliens. Who is behind the actual, oh, we're gonna dominate your world thing? Like, there's nobody behind it. It's just kind of like, well, we don't get to know the alien species and everything. It's just aliens attack, and oh well. We never find out who the master is behind it all, and the mastermind. So, you know, whatever. I guess if we never see a sequel, we'll just be like, well, that's a plot hole. And that's the thing. There are a lot of plot holes in here. 5 or 6 I could think about at the moment. I can't really name them because they're spoilers, but a lot of plot holes in here where you're going to be like, that never went nowhere. They never mentioned that. They never really went to that. They should have gone to that. And that was in the story, but they never mentioned it back again. So yeah, a lot of that. Also, there are 1982 scenes, and it opens with a flashback. Yes, in 1982, a quick Adam Sandler. It feels like a grown-ups movie in the beginning where they're riding the bike and, ooh, look at me, I can do a wheelie and everything. So 1982, the scene's a little bit too much. It's way too much making fun of the 80s and everything, and a fake wig. You could tell the kid's wearing a fake wig. It's so fake. It's like Joe Dirt when he was a little kid and had a fake wig and everything. Like, it was that obvious, and it's just bad acting there, man. I don't even know how, but how? It's a quick Adam Sandler reference to the whatever his movie is making, the six whatever with the animated at the end, blah blah blah. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie Pixels a rating of a B plus. It's an 8.85 out of a 10. Let me tell you why. Secondarily, I'd give it a B minus, so a B plus to a B minus. But that's my first score, a B plus. Real quick before I answer it, is this movie worth watching? Yes, but is it really worth watching in theaters? If you're a hardcore video gamer and if you enjoy this stuff, like if you're not into video games and all that, and you're just kind of like, oh, Adam Sandler, oh, I know Adam Sandler. If you're a big video game fan, you're going to want to see this on the big screen in IMAX 3D, or if it's not available in IMAX 3D, then see it in 3D. If you're not a video game fan, if you're an Adam Sandler, Kevin James fan, oh, Peter Dinklage is in this movie, he looks pretty funny, wait for it for DVD or dollar movies, if you guys have dollar movies or anything like that. Wait, you don't have to see it in theaters at the moment, right now. It's not a must, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die if I don't see this movie. But if you're a huge video game fan, and if you actually appreciate the Pac-Man and everything, and you want to see cool action at the moment, and you want to take friends, it's more of a friend movie, take all your friends to see it. It's not really a dating movie, like, oh, take my girlfriend. But if your girlfriend's into video games like that, then definitely it's for you guys. That's it, guys. It's a B plus, 8.85 out of a 10. Thank you all for watching. I hope all you enjoyed it. I think it was a good movie. It's not great. It's definitely a movie I'd own one day. I wouldn't own it day one, but it's definitely a movie I'd own on Blu-ray one day. Like, because it was filmed that clear and crisp where it looks beautifully done. So, that's it, guys. Thanks. Hope all of you enjoyed. Comment down below. Let me know if you've seen Pixels or not, and if you're going to see it now. Definitely a movie for kids. Sometimes. With these bitchin' glasses. You'll get it. You'll get a reference later. May the Spock be with you. Always.